Okay, two other points about the Smart Tool. Numero uno, there is one additional tool that is available to you when you're using the Smart Tool, when you're in this mode, and that is the Quick Fade tool, okay? If you put the cursor up in the corner, one corner or the other, at the, either at the beginning or the end of the track, you can do a fade in or a fade out, okay? Now, if you hit Command F, it'll give you the option of changing the shape of the fade, okay? You can also set the preset fade in Pro Tools preferences, which I'll show you in a second. But this is a very handy tool, okay? If you don't want that fade there, just do that and then pull it back out. All right, but yeah, it's a real quick way to get a quick fade in there. The other way to get a quick fade in there, let me undo this. Okay, is you select across the front of the sound file and you hit Command F, and that brings up the window and allows you to shape the fade how you want. The same thing here, click and drag across the tail part of the sound file, hit Command F, and there you go. All right, so terminology. The beginning of the sound file is called the head, and the end of the sound file is called the tail. So if you hear me say the tail, drag the cursor, make a selection across the tail of the file. That's what I mean. It's the end of the file. Okay. Okay. And lastly, okay, these tools all have, except for the selection tool, okay, the trim and the grabber tool have other modes, which can be very dangerous, okay, which can really mess you up. All right. So just make sure that you are looking at the right tool when you make this, when you set this up, and you do that by hitting command, okay, command click on the tool, and you'll get two different modes. You get the standard and the time compression, time compansion, whatever. Okay, so this is a great tool, very powerful tool, but with power comes responsibility, and you can really mess yourself up big time, because this is not going to be doing what you want it to do. You think you're going to be making a trim, you're not. Okay, so stay in standard mode. Here also you have, what's wrong with my keyboard here? Okay, option click. Sorry, it is option click. You have three different modes here. You have the time, which is basically, the sound file in its native time. And then you have two other formats, options on that tool, which we'll get into later, okay? So just make sure that you're looking at the initial settings for these tools, okay? And that's it, basically.